Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new, I'm Periwinkle Jellyfish and I'm a silly little person that draws silly little characters. Today, I wanted to experiment with drawing something a little bit darker than what I usually draw. Usually my drawings are very bubbly and fun, but I had the idea to draw overstimulation and basically a somewhat exaggerated feeling of what that looks like. Or a somewhat exaggerated drawing of what that feels like. I mean, I got my words mixed up. As a neurodivergent person myself with ADHD and anxiety disorder, I have been overstimulated before, and it's not very fun. So I thought it might be fun to draw this, and maybe somebody out there is finding this video and they can relate to it. It makes them feel a little bit better. So hi, if you're that person, welcome, I guess. I wanted to add things into this drawing that personally make me feel a little bit overstimulated or feel a little bit overwhelmed. I wanted this character to look like she has just had enough, like she just has had a really hard day. She cannot keep on masking it anymore, and she just is starting to shut down, I guess. As you can see, she's covering her ears. Maybe she's in a loud setting and everything is just going on at once, and it's really overwhelming. I was also experimenting with adding clothing folds. I'm still pretty new to it, but I think it's not too bad for a first try. I also added a choker to her character design because personally I find that chokers are really overstimulating to me, at least. I think they're really pretty, and I'm always like, oh yeah, I'll handle it this time, but then halfway through I'm asking my mom to take it off for me. Yeah. I was playing around with her hands, trying to make them not look bad. So yeah. I then was moving on to the hair. I've been trying to make the hair a little bit more detailed in my art lately. Sorry I haven't been uploading as much as I usually have. I had really bad art block, and I had to take a little bit of time to just draw for fun and not just for videos, and that seemed to cure it. So if I ever seem to not be uploading a lot, I probably have art block and I'm taking a break from YouTube so I can get my spark back. So now I'm moving on to line art and getting into doing the clothes and working around the clothing folds and doing my best to uphold this new form of doing this stuff. I can see why most artists hate clothing folds. They are not that fun to draw, so yeah. I was then coloring in the choker and the shirt. I added in her ears, and then I experimented with drawing the eyes a little bit differently than in the rough sketch. I opted for the original thing at first, but I'm pretty sure we changed it then later. Actually, I do know because I'm recording this when I finish the drawing. Shortly after drawing the eyes, I had an idea to expand the drawing a little bit and make it so you can see her full body, like a full body image. And because I had an idea for what to add near the ground, so I had to lift things up a little bit and expand it, and I had to draw the feet, which went very well, and there were no problems whatsoever. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, gross. You know what? It's close enough. So yeah, as you can see, drawing the feet went really easy and there were no problems whatsoever. I thought it would be really fun to draw a broken mask on the ground that has a smiley face on it. So you can see like she has just had enough and she can't keep masking how she feels anymore, and everything's just going on at once, and it's really a lot. You'll start to see what I mean later once I get into the background. I decided to erase the ears because I felt like I could just have the hands there instead, and it would be like the hands are just completely covering them, and in the end it looked a lot better. So I just decided to opt for that and started coloring in the hair. So I was just doing that as quickly as I could. I made the back of the hair behind the neck a little bit darker for the sake of depth and shading. And now I'm coloring everything in as best I can. I wanted to make the colors on the girl a bit more faded compared to what's going to be there later. You've seen the thumbnail, the background. As you remember, the background is very vibrant and insane, and everything's happening at once. And I wanted her colors to be a bit more faded to make the colors around her really stand out more and feel more overwhelming and well, everything at once. I gave her warm colors because I thought warm and cozy faded colors might be really nice. And I experimented with a new way of coloring in the hair and, well, adding lighting to it, I guess. I also worked around with adding some shading to the clothing folds. And then I colored in some pockets because everyone loves pockets. I adjusted the color on them a little bit, and then I moved on to the shirt. This was a very easy process. I just added that. I added a little smiley face to the symbol on her shirt because I thought it would be fun and also kind of mirror and match with the mask that's on the floor that's broken. Now I'm coloring in the skin, and now I'm coloring in the mouth, just trying to get that as best I can. I realized that the color didn't really match so good, so I added that, so I changed the color a little bit. I made this character sweating because personally, when I'm all sweaty, I tend to get overstimulated pretty fast. So yeah. Now I'm working on the background, and I started by adding all sorts of different colors and lines that are spiky, that are soft, are insane, just all of these different things at once to really make this feel really overwhelming, and a dark background to make everything pop a little bit more. You can tell pretty quickly how the colors seem to be a lot more vibrant compared to the girls' colors, which is exactly what I was aiming for. Now I am adjusting things around it a little bit, and I added a little bit of a gradient from behind because I thought that might make things seem a little bit more dimensional. Now I'm rendering the line art. This part's pretty quick. It just makes my line art pop a little bit more. I added a little bit of shading to the hair and everything. Then I had to be very careful with the eyebrows and make the parts that weren't covered by hair the same color as the skin, and the parts that were covered by hair the same color as the hairline art. I hope that makes sense. So now we're working on rendering, and I thought it would be fun to have some very unnatural colors for the lighting, so I added pink on one side and then blue on the other side, and now we're done. This is the finished product. I hope somebody out there watching this video is neurodivergent too, or can relate to being overstimulated, and hopefully my art makes them feel just a little bit better. Thank you so much for watching this video through to the end, and if you have any ideas for what I should draw next, please don't hesitate to let me know. I would love to see what you can think up, and maybe I'll draw it. Thank you so much for watching this video through to the end. I already said that. I guess I'll see you again later. Bye!